Star-Lord compared to Star-Lord, man. Hey, what's up, you guys? Artemis Prime here doing another Marvel Legends figure review on the San Diego Comic-Con 2014 exclusive Marvel Legends Thanos Imperative box set Black Bolt. If you're trying to get your Marvel Legends figures, you can get them at Big Bad Toy Store. Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below. So this is an okay figure, definitely not my favorite figure from the set. Black Bolt being kind of weird to pose. I think this is much better than the first incarnation of Black Bolt that we got from Hasbro. But anyway, let's take a closer look at the packaging and then we'll take a closer look at Black Bolt. And here's the Galactus engine, pretty tall packaging compared to the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from last year. They're about the same height, I guess. The Thunderbolts pack is just a little bit taller. They both have that coffin kind of shape going on. This guy has wings, that's right. And on the back you can see the other figures. And then you can see there's a little bio right here. If you want to read that, pause it now. And then the wings come out over here. And then you also get this function where, you know, he can move his mouth up and down. You got Blastar inside there. So here's a look at the head sculpt, and it does not look too bad. Much better than the first version if you want to get a side-by-side comparison. There you go. Ooh, man, yeah. This guy is very, very pale, and that tuning fork piece right up there, ooh, that's terrible. But this came out pretty good. I've seen a couple of these, and they're kind of dented or moved around. Even mine is kind of moving a little bit to the side. But for the most part, I think it looks pretty good. I really like the flesh tone. It's kind of hard to see, but he has blue eyes right there. And I guess, you know, when you look at it really closely, the black over the face kind of gets a little splotchy. But for the most part, I like how it looks. So not too bad on this head sculpt at all. Like I could see the ears kind of popping out on the sides over there, and there's no paint variation, you know, it's just the flesh tone, the silver right there, and we get the black. As you can see, the body sculpt looks familiar. It's based off of the Bucky Cap body mold, which I do not have a problem with them reusing that. I think it's a good body mold. I like the muscle definition, it looks good. And the silver paint looks alright, even though there are some parts where the paint is just straight up missing, like in that little crevasse right there. I'm gonna call it a crevasse. And then we have like this crevasse, little crevice right over there where it's missing some paint. But for the most part, I think it's pretty clean. I think they did a pretty good job on the paint applications on this. You can tell it's silver paint applied over a black piece of plastic as the black is coming through right there. And the crevasses, and then you get, there's this little silver blot right over there. Okay, that's enough of the crevasse, but yeah, you can see there. And on the back. So it gets a little messy, or it doesn't, you know, get every single point. This figure overall is much better than the previous release. Then looking at the rest of the figure from the waist down, it's pretty much just all black as it should be. And he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. And looking at the back of the figure over here, pretty much just all black. And I didn't talk about this over here on the cuffs. I think the cuffs look pretty good right there. Kind of remind me a little bit of the US agent. He has this peg hole in his back, so if you want to attach a flight stand or something, you can do that right there. Now this figure has a great range of motion in the articulation, but I don't feel like I have a good time posing this. It's just really weird with these wings. So the head moves back quite a bit, and it moves down very far as well, and the head moves side to side, and you get a little bit of neck pivot. Barely any at all, really. Now these shoulder joints, they can move downward right here and upward, and you can move forward. But I can't really ever like figure out a way, you know, like if he's just standing there like this, it looks weird. You know, that's just kind of strange. Having him just posed like this all the time, I think is going to be kind of weird. I guess that's the only thing you can really do with him. Now, the original version, he did have these fabric pieces over here, which wasn't a terrible concept or an idea, but the choice of the fabric, you know, this has gotten very threaded. Actually, even just opening it up right away, it kind of got messed up. So you can, you know, it's kind of funny with the older figure, you can do things where you can have him pose, you know, with the relaxed arms, and it's not weird. But with this guy, relaxed arms, it looks weird. Actually, anything but this is kind of weird. But then this pose right here is a weird pose in itself. So it's very frustrating. I don't have a good time posing this figure. I'm just going to say that, you know. So anyway, the elbow has 2 points of articulation. You get a bicep swivel over here as well. And then you get wrists that move side to side, and they hinge down and up. You can tell this cuff is a separate piece. He has a great ab crunch, and it moves forward and back. He has a waist swivel. Legs move outward that much, and the kick all the way forward, upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, boot rotation right there at the calf, and then the ankles move down, up, and a beautiful ankle, baby. And even just seeing the figure standing like this, I don't know, it just looks a little awkward to me. But anyway, the figure stands at a decent height. we're looking at about 6.5 inches tall. And here's our new Black Bolt figure compared to the older Black Bolt figure, and just seeing them side by side like this, you can see how much better looking this newer figure is. I mean, it's an easy choice. This guy has a lot more muscle definition and everything, and plus the skin tone looks better. The plastic wing section, I don't know how much more I like it than this one over here, but still, I can't be too bummed out about it. I'm much happier with this figure. And here's Black Bolt compared to Bucky Cap, and they stand at about the same height as they should, because it's the figure that this figure's body mold is based off of. And here's Black Bolt compared to the two other figures I have reviewed from this exclusive box set so far, Gladiator and Star-Lord, which was a great Guardians of the Galaxy. I love that movie, can't wait. Do you think we're gonna get Black Bolt? I mean, we have the Kree established in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so I mean, there's a very, very strong possibility that we'll get the Inhumans in there. You know, that could be a very cool thing to see. I honestly can't believe how amazing these movies are turning out. If you haven't seen my review on Guardians of the Galaxy, go watch that, and go watch the movie like 8 times. And of course, here's Black Bolt compared to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is not my favorite figure from the box set, but I have to commend Hasbro at taking a second shot at making a Black Bolt figure and succeeding in outdoing themselves. This is definitely much better than the first version, and again, the wings it just makes it kind of weird posing him. I feel like I can't get him into a ton of poses, but it's not too bad. You can figure it out, and if you want him in a flying pose, hey, they got that covered, so you can do that. I just want to demonstrate really quick over here that we have that peg hole over there, and then we could take a classic Toy Biz stand, and he can fly. So yeah, we got that going on. So that's not too shabby, right? Yeah, look at that. Anyway, I hope you guys liked my video. If you did, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And please do not forget to check out MarvelousNews.com for the latest in Marvel-related news. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Display gave it a spark. Welcome to Articulated Comic Book Art.
That's crispy.
And of course, here's Black Bolt compared to the big... And...